So I often get asked the difference between restorative and yin and what benefits each one of those has from each other and from a regular vinyasa flow or hatha practice. So for restorative, it's a very different approach. So we look at restorative as the opposition to nothing, essentially. So if you're looking at it in comparison to yin, which is where we're going to start, yin is looking at moving and mobilizing connective tissue. That would be ligaments, bones, joints, cold tissue. In a normal vinyasa flow or hatha class, you'd be looking to mobilize, stretch, and strengthen your muscles. In restorative, we're not trying to do any of the above. What we're trying to do is really take you into a completely different direction. So each day, you have a neutral balance line for your body. And your body has two general responses to everything that goes on. We have rest and digest, which is what happens most of the time when you're sleeping. Your body is repairing, rebuilding, making you healthier and stronger and better. And then there's fight or flight. And in fight or flight, basically stress is attacking you and you're just trying to respond and be reactive. So what we're trying to do in restorative is to get you to go over to this side, rest and digest, mindfully aware, awake, so that you can help yourself and help your body get all this building done, rebuild, make yourself back to restored, back to your neutral, balanced body. So the reason for all the props in restorative makes a little bit more sense now. So using blocks, bolsters, blankets, eye pillows, lots of things, because there's a lot of props in restorative. What you're doing is you're taking a pose, normally a ground-bound pose, something where you're laying down, a back bend or a forward fold or something like that, or a twist, and you're taking that same position, that same pose, but you're doing it with the prop giving you the support. So you're not having to really work the pose is working you. So each asana or pose in yoga, standing alone, can do a million things. It can, if you're doing a very active practice, it can stretch and strengthen your muscles. If you're doing a yin practice, it can help mobilize the connective tissue, joints, ligaments, and bones. If you're doing a restorative practice, it can help soften and release all the tension in your body, helping you come over to this rest and digest side more mindfully. So why would you want to do, and how often would you want to do a restorative practice? I would recommend a restorative practice at least once a week. Generally, I tell people a Friday night or a Sunday afternoon are the perfect times for restorative, either helping wind the end of your week down and prepare you for a joyful weekend, or helping you kind of soothe your way in to the week coming up. Restorative practices tend to be a little longer, simply because we hold every single pose anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. Because you're supported, you won't even notice what the pose is really doing, and you won't feel a lot of stretch at the time. I do have people afterwards taking a restorative say that they do feel a lot of stretch later, a day or two later. So it is working. It is actually doing its job. It's working on you. But you're not putting forth all that effort, and you're allowing yourself to kind of sink into it. Breathe, relax, kind of shut down a little bit, pull back a little bit, soften, and mindfully help your body heal and come back to balance. So once a week at least. Why you'd want to do restorative? Because everything in our world throughout the day is putting us in this fight or flight. It's making us work and run and stress. And that causes little tiny minutiae of cracks throughout our entire system, mentally, physically, emotionally. Restorative looks to turn that around, looks to heal those little tiny cracks, to repair you and restore you. So I truly recommend restorative for everyone at least once a week. It's also a great practice to do during your moon cycle, when you're not feeling well, when you're just recovering from an injury or recovering from an illness. Great time to do restorative, helps your body repair a little bit faster and feels really good. Still a great yoga practice. So please take a few moments to check out the restorative practices I have online. Like and comment with any questions you have below, and please subscribe if you find that you enjoy restorative practices. I will be loading up hopefully at least one of those a month, if not maybe more. And most of my restorative practices help you use the things that are around your house. So the pillows off your couch, off your bed, the blankets and beach towels in your closet, any books that you use for blocks, and whatever else you have around the house to get the most out of your practice without having a studio full of props. So I hope to see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.